How's it going, guys? Meltdown here, and today I'm back with another story time, and today we are going to be talking about a real life Super Saiyan. That's right. Now, we're not going to say his real name because I don't want to say his real name, so we're going to call him Eugene. Now, Eugene was one of those people that always try to one-up you. You know, one of those people that always lied, but you just didn't want to say anything because, you know, they would just keep lying. Like one of those people, like, you would say that you eat ass because, you know, that's a daily thing that a lot of people do. And then he would say, yeah, I eat 20 ass a day. And then it would just get to the point where it was just completely insane. He would, like, talk about how both of his parents make 250 grand a year. But yet, he said he couldn't afford an Xbox One. But besides that point, we're going to be talking about this Eugene fellow. And Eugene was one of those people that got angry a lot, and he was one of those people that you messed with in the friend group. You guys should always have that one friend in your friend group that you mess with. You guys would be like, well, he's not really your friend, you guys are just messing with him, it's not like that. Okay, you know what, shut up, it's fun. Alright, so Eugene was one of those people, and this correlates with the real life Pyro. Now the real life Pyro, as we all know from my last story, he's a dick. So this dick likes to fuck with Eugene. And like, one day, he came up to us and said, yo, I got some ketchup, I'm gonna throw it on Eugene. And I thought it was a small little pack of ketchup, right? I thought it was a little pack of ketchup. So, I'm like, okay, go do it, it'll be pretty funny. But he said, okay, I'm not gonna do that at school because I don't want to get in trouble. I'll do it at the desert, where we used to walk through, or the dirt field. And we're like, okay, because no one's there, no one's gonna know anything. So we start walking, and this thing was like, it was like a flat land, and there was a poster. It was like a billboard. It was for, they're building malls where that desert used to be. So wherever we used to walk, now it's just gonna be filled with malls. So there was just a sign saying, if you want to buy this land for your shop, just contact here. So there was no one there yet. No shops were being. So we just see the real life Pyro take out, a bottle of ketchup, right? A bottle of ketchup. And Eugene doesn't notice, but I notice. I'm like, oh no, this was way bigger than I suspected. And then he just says, Eugene! And then Eugene looks, and then the real life Pyro just squirts it. Just like the entire bottle of ketchup. And then you just see Eugene, like, just stand there. And we're just straight up laughing at him for 5 minutes straight. It's the funniest thing in the world. But then, he just starts walking away. I don't remember much of that story. I remember that he got very angry and started chasing the real life Pyro. But that story does not compare to... Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, hold on. Like I was saying before I got rudely interrupted, we find this story tops off all the other stories of Eugene. And what happened was, one day we walked through the desert. We find a lot of things in the desert, right? We find dildo boxes, we found homeless tents, we found beehives, we found a lot of things. But nothing tops off this. One day we found 20 paint buckets, right? 20! Not even joking, that's not an exaggeration, more than 20. I could honestly say that without any blink of an eye. But, so, when we find these paint buckets, what do you think us as genius kids thought to do? We grab the paint buckets and throw them and watch them explode. Now we did this, but we're not idiots, right? We don't throw them near us because we don't want to get paint on us. What would we do? We go to our parents. Yeah, I grabbed 20 paint buckets and started throwing them at each other. No, we're not idiots, so we don't do that. So we throw them far away, and it looks pretty cool. It's like white paint, brown paint, every sort of kind of paint. We see them splash everywhere. But then Eugene reminds people, make sure not to throw it near us. I don't want to get paint on me. Right when he says that, see, that's the problem. He shouldn't have said that. We see the Human Torch go grab a bucket of paint and say, too late, and throw it in the air, right? We just see it. And you know when you see something happening, there's like no stopping it. Like everything's in slow motion. There's no way of stopping it. So all of our friends freeze. All of our friends freeze and see that bucket of paint just slowly falling. And it just hits the ground in the middle of all our friends, and not a single drop of paint gets on any one of us except Eugene. I am not kidding you guys. I will look through my phone and I will look through my iCloud. I want to find a picture. I'm not going to show a picture of him with the paint on him, but I'll show you a picture of his backpack. And oh lord, it was bad. Just like everywhere he had paint, and when that happened, like no one threw paint anymore. We were just dying. We were on the floor literally tearing up laughing, and we just saw him like, he just walked away like 10 feet. He didn't let us look, and I'm pretty sure he was crying. And he was just like, you know this, like the stance that people do when they're going Super Saiyan, like they're like getting ready to charge up, their hair's about to turn yellow. That was what Eugene was doing, and we were just dying. There was no way of us stopping this laughter. And like, one of my friends like played it cool. My friend Leprechaun like went up to him and was like, yo man, these people are jokes, why are they laughing at you? And then right after that, like right when Eugene walked away, this dude just bursted out laughing at the paint all over him. It was the funniest thing ever. And let's just say after that, Eugene didn't like us very much. He didn't like us, okay? He didn't want to be our friend anymore. And then only one more thing happened to trigger him not being our friend. And this was the small story. This was like the ice, like the cherry on top, This was what ended it all. One day, my friend Ginger went up to Eugene and put a like, you know when you go to school, you get those carton milks, right? There's chocolate milk and there's white milk. So there was it was chocolate milk. I remember this distinctly. It was chocolate milk. So we go up. My friend Ginger goes up and puts the open carton of chocolate milk on Eugene's backpack, right? My friend Ginger is a ninja, right? He just sneaks up on him, puts the chocolate milk. And then one of my friends says, Eugene, let me see you dance. And then Eugene just starts shaking around. And while he does that, like, you just see, like, because what happened was he had to buy a new backpack because of the paint all over his new backpack. So this was a week later. So he had to buy a new backpack. It was a new fresh backpack. And then one of my friends says, Eugene, can I see you dance? And then Eugene just starts dancing. He doesn't know chocolate milk's on him. And then it just pours all over his new backpack. He didn't even have this backpack for a week. That backpack was destroyed. Eugene didn't have very much fun. He started chasing us. You know, Eugene's not a very fast person. He was one of those people in tag that whenever he was tagged, he automatically quit because he couldn't catch anyone, okay? He was really slow. So I was jogging and he couldn't catch up to me. He thought it was me, but then I told him, yo, it's the homie Ginger. And then he tried to chase Ginger, but you know, Ginger's faster than me. I'm one of the slowest out of our friend group. And I could still beat Eugene by fast walking. So Eugene was pretty slow. But besides that, yeah, that was the story. Eugene doesn't talk to us anymore. Long story short, don't know what happened to him because I moved away. But my friends have told me, because they actually still go to the school as Eugene. Eugene got a girlfriend, right? My boy Eugene got the hookup. He told the girl he had a 7-incher, and then these two kids didn't like how he was lying, and the girl went to the school. So they just pantsed him, double pantsed him in the middle of PE, and everyone saw his dick. So yeah, that's the end of Eugene. Hope you guys enjoyed this story, and yeah, I will see you guys later, and make sure to like if you eat ass, and yeah, bye.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Fuck all that shit, just let me go. Owers and tastemakers make us no chaser. Gets the blood flowing like a fucking pacemaker.